Well, hello. This is my first attempt ever in my life to do a clinic online. And I'm happy to be here for all of you. And I was reading my scripture today. And for those of you who do clinics with me, I always pick a word for our session. And I feel that today's word is trust. And this is what was my devotion. I thought I'd share it. Trust me one day at a time. This keeps you close to me, responsive to my will. Trust is not a natural response, especially for those who have been deeply wounded. My spirit within you is your resident tutor, helping you in this supernatural endeavor. Yield to its gentle touch. Be sensitive to his prompting. Exert your will to trust me in all circumstances. Don't let your need to understand distract you from my presence. I will equip you to get through this day victoriously as you live in deep dependence on me. Tomorrow is busy worrying about itself. Don't get tangled up in its worry webs. Trust me one day at a time. And in these unknown days, trust is a good word. So here we are breathing. I have my little prayer square here, and I'm praying for all of you. I'm praying for the world. I'm praying for our worries. I'm praying for those who are ill. And you can join in doing that as well. So let's get started. We're going to breathe today. We're going to breathe in trust, and we're going to breathe out worry. So find a comfortable seat. You can sit on the floor, Indian style. You can sit on your knees if that's comfortable. You can get a chair. You don't have to get two chairs if you don't want to. Even if you want to sit on the edge of your bed, find something, or a piano bench, kitchen table chair, whatever you want to do, but find something comfortable and have a seat and get comfortable and try to clear your mind of all, maybe you've been watching the news, maybe you've been worrying about a friend. Try in this session to let all that go. And we're going to invite God to be here with us today, as we should every day. So here we are. We're in a comfortable seat, and we're going to just breathe. Here we go, with our hands in our laps, palms up. We're going to breathe in, and when we breathe in, you want to try to marry that breath with the movement. So here we go. Breathe in. Halfway, hold it, and breathe out. Palms down. Shoulders down. And try to get all those thoughts cleared out. Breathe in. And breathe out. Try to breathe audibly all the way through the movement. Breathe in. And breathe out. One more, breathe in. And breathe out. This time, let's try to marry some head movement with the arm movement. So I want you to try to draw a line with your nose, and as you breathe in, you're going to have your head up, not to the point where you're really crunching the back of your neck, but just enough to kind of feel like you're feeling sun on your face. Here we go. Breathe in. And breathe out, chin to chest. And stretch the back of the neck. And breathe in. More towards the sky. And breathe out, chin to chest. This time, go all the way up. Breathe in. And breathe out. Try not to collapse the body. Keep your shoulders down. The spine elongated. Breathe in, look up to the sky. And breathe out. One more, breathe in. Trust, trust, trust. Breathe in that trust. And breathe out the worry and the fear. and then down. Let's do some head rolls. So very gently, you're going to go draw a circle with your nose and try to keep breathing as you do it. So breathe in as you go up towards the sky, and breathe out as you chin to chest. Breathe in and breathe out. Opposite direction. Breathe in, don't crunch the back of your neck. And breathe out. Keep your shoulders down and back. Breathe in. Trust and breathe out. All the worry. Shrug your shoulders and let it go. And shrug your shoulders up and let it go. And shrug your shoulders up and let it go. And shrug your shoulders up and let it go. All right, my friends, let's stand up. Just carefully. Every time you stand up, you want to make sure that you're not locking your knees. Keep things balanced. Make sure if you're feeling dizzy, you want to stay seated. You want to find what feels good. And if something's too much, sit down and do some of the things that we did in the beginning of the video. All right, so now we're going to just stretch the one side, either side, breathe in. And as you stretch diagonally, get the other hand diagonally on the other side and breathe out. And breathe in, reach for the other side. Shoulders down and breathe out. And breathe in, palms up, like God is reaching for your hand, and breathe out. Breathe in that trust. And breathe out. A big whiff of air. Here we go. Catch a wave. And breathe out. And breathe in. Shoulders down. Stretch that front body. And breathe out. Ground down the back body. Try to keep your footing. Make sure all four corners of your feet. Kind of make sure everything stays active. Keep those knees bent. And again, if you feel dizzy, sit down and do this. All right, so we're going to open up one side of the chest. A lot of times, especially right now when we're cooped up in our house, we tend to fold ourselves forward and watch television. We're reading a book. We're cooking. We're doing anything. This exercise is going to help you open all that up. So you're going to take the heel of your hand, put it on your sternum, put your fingers right in that little divot between the sternum and the shoulder, and you're going to breathe air right into that as we go this way. Breathe in and open this part of the chest and follow your hand back and breathe out. Breathe in and try to keep your navel following also, and bend your knees a little bit. Breathe in and breathe out. And then one more. Breathe in and breathe out. If it's too much of a twist, you might just breathe in from here. Now this time we're going to go all the way back again. If you can, breathe in. And then all the way, take your opposite hand, put it under that elbow as you're exhaling, and stretch the other direction. So then now you're stretching the back of the shoulder blade. And then breathe in all the way back. And then all the way across, take the opposite hand, put it under your elbow, stretch. Do one more of that. This time you want to follow your hand. And then exhale. And if you want an extra stretch, look the opposite direction. And breathe in and come back to center and down. We'll go to the opposite hand. Find your footing, make sure your knees are bent, roll your shoulders, make sure you're pulled in a little bit more in the front, get your chest open, and here we go. We're going to take the opposite hand, whatever side you didn't do it before, and we're going to breathe in and breathe out. 2 more. Breathe in and breathe out. Fill up that divot up there. Keep your knees bent. Take your whole navel, go all the way back. And breathe out. Okay, this time we're going to breathe in again. And take your breath and your opposite hand. Put your hand under the elbow and stretch it across the front. Breathe in. All the way back. And breathe out. Keep those knees bent. 1 more. Breathe in. And breathe out. Very good. Have a seat. Comfortably. Okay. Kind of get in touch with your breath. What are you feeling? We're going to do some alternate nostril breathing. So you're going to take one hand and plug up one side of your nostril. Breathe in. And as you hold your breath, you're going to change and breathe out the other nostril. Stay there and breathe in the same nostril. Hold your breath, switch sides, breathe out the opposite nostril. Keep this going at your own pace. Breathe in. You might even want to close your eyes. Breathe in some trust. And wherever you are, do 1 more. Now at the end of this, you're going to have to wash your hands because you've obviously touched your face. So don't forget to do that. But this is really good for breathing. Finding out if you're more clear on one side and not the other. This time you're going to breathe into both nostrils. Here we go. Breathe in. Hold your breath and then exhale. Okay, so for some of you, you're going to be familiar with this next breath. We call it the train breath. Thinking about a big locomotive in a train station, when you're getting started, it starts out of the station slow, and then as it starts to go, it gets faster and faster and faster and faster and faster. And then as it goes back into another station, it starts to slow down, and that's what I want you to do with your breath today. So you can have your hands, one hand on the rib cage as you breathe in. And you might have your other hand on your stomach or diaphragm. You might have your hands neither place, whatever's comfortable for you, but you want to keep your chest up and start the breathing. Here we go. Breathe in and then out now. Slow. Faster, faster. And you might not be as fast as me, you might be faster. You got to find your own rhythm for your own body. Let's try it again. Breathe in. Here we go. Keep that chest up. And relax. Good for you. Doesn't have to be perfect. You don't have to model what I'm doing. The hardest part today you've already done, and that is show up. And that's all that matters. Find your own rhythm, find your own breathing patterns through these examples and ideas, and give it a try. All right, so just take a minute. A lot of times that dries your mouth out a little bit, and sometimes it makes you feel a little dizzy, depending on where you are with all of this. But thank you for trying that. All right, so now for the last thing what we'll do today is we're going to do a little timed breathing, and we're going to breathe in for a count and exhale for a count. I like to breathe in what yoga instructors call an ocean breath, where you have your mouth open and you have a little soft resistance in the back of the throat, and it causes that ocean breeze type of sound. You might find it better to do it this way, like you're sipping through a straw, or maybe you might find it better to breathe through your nose. Whatever, you got to find whatever feels good for your own body. So we're going to breathe in for a count, and then as you exhale, if you can blow out like you're blowing a candle, and then we're going to breathe in for 2 and out for 2, and then breathe in for 3 and out for 3, and so forth. So here we go. Here's our tempo. Ready? Breathe in, out, in, out, in. Keep that chest up. Breathe in for 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 8. 7. Out for 7. 6. 8 for 6. 5. Out. 4. 3. Out. 2. Out. In 1, out 1. Very good. Very nice try. Some of you might have only gotten to 4. It is normal for this to be really hard at first. You have to start to pace yourself, and eventually you want to challenge yourself to have an audible breath that's steady and not catchy. Nothing like that. More like one clean sweep of a broom. That kind of thing. And you can repeat this video as often as you want. You may never want to see it again. It's up to you. But know that I'm praying for you. Got my prayer square. Thank you, prayer ministry, square quilting ministry. I got my devotion. Find something good to do through this unknown time. Read a good book. Find some good Bible scriptures. Talk to a friend. Call somebody in need. Be useful. and keep your thoughts healthy and captive in God's leading. And don't let your mind wander to those fearful thoughts. So I hope you all are well in your households. Stay safe and stay healthy. Amen.